Welcome to 10 minutes of disturbing facts with Skeletor number 2. Make sure to comment below what your favorite fact was. Now let's get right to the video. A lesbian can use a dildo and not be straight. Then a straight man can use a dildo and be gay. Skeletor will return next week for more disturbing facts. Always keep a close watch when you are cooking shit. Bananas and avocados are both considered berries and raspberries are not. Until we meet again. 2 and are woodpeckers. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. Skeletor mass on its way to frick your mum, but the line was too long. When dolphins and whales get too old and weak to swim to the surface to breathe, they start sinking into the cold dark depths of the ocean and suffocate and die. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. The center of happiness is. When you take a stone and skip it into a lake or ocean, you will have been the last person to touch that stone, maybe forever. Skeletor will see you next time. Some women lactate through the skin of their armpit after giving birth. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. A male honeybee's ejaculation is so strong it makes his pee-pee explode, killing him. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. When you poop, your owl makes the same motion as your lips when you say poop. Skeletor returns with more disturbing facts next week. Brexit is a failure. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. Men's testosterone levels have dropped by half since the end of World War II. See you next week with some more facts. You can die from pooping too hard. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. The picture for your funeral program may have already been taken. Skeletor will return next week for more disturbing facts. Cat shit can cause Alzheimer's. Until we meet again. An orphan takes a selfie. This actually makes it a family photo. Until we meet again. Bananas is pineapple without the B. Until we meet again. A botfly is an insect whose larvae burrows under human skin. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. Superheroes keep their identities secret because they don't want to get sued over property damage. Until we meet again. Sleeping and cuddling with your loved ones is good for your mental health and helps prevent depression. Skeletor will return next week with more tips and tricks. Hitler and Joseph Stalin were both nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. We'll be back with more facts. X% of Y is the same as Y% of X until we meet again. The first part of the human to develop in the womb is the butthole. Sing male incel should get gender reassignment surgery. Until we meet again. Most people who are hanged get a death boner called rigor erectus. Until we meet again. Sucking on hard candies is basically drinking your favorite flavored spit. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. The number of dots that flash when you press a button on a disconnected Wii remote is the amount of battery left. Until we meet again. Make her love you by making her love what you love, so she will understand you love good things, and eventually she will start loving the things you love, and when she starts loving the things you love, she will start to love you. Skeletor is out of space again, so he will be back in like 5 minutes. We meet again. You cannot spell necromancy without romance. Until we meet again. And remember, quit buying nudes when you can look in the mirror and see a plushie for free. Until we meet again. Remember, don't use your turn signal. It's no one else's business where you are going. Until we meet again. Never forget the entity makes up everything you see, so if you frick a tree, you're actually fricking an ancient eldritch god. Until we meet again. Remember, an empty search history reveals more than a full one. Until we meet again. If you say I'm a little rusty at games, you are generally a good person. If you flat out say I don't play games, neither should you likely are egotistic. Until we meet again. Try changing the topic to what you're good at and know a lot about. Hopefully it's not hentai or anything weird. Skeletor is out of space again, so he will be back in like 5 minutes. Until we meet again. If all else fails, go to Tinder lol. Bye until we meet again. If you can smell burnt toast, you are either having a stroke or you overcooked your toast. Until we meet again. No back blow maneuver for choking. Skeletor will return with more tips. Until we meet again. Remember, if the job post is for MLOps engineer, then they don't even understand what MLOps is. Until we meet again. If you don't buy that coin now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Until we meet again. 100,000,001 is divisible by 17. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. After fingers and vibrators, candles are the phallic objects used most often by women to masturbate. Till next masturbation. After the release of the concentration camps, the sudden jump in nutrition caused a hormone spike that led to a wave of male lactation from former prisoners. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. Cows kill more people per year than sharks. Return next week for more disturbing facts with Skeletor. Fricking a midget gives you the morbid pleasure of fricking someone significantly smaller than you without going to jail. Farfetch'd makes a delicious meal, especially when cooked with leek. Because of this, Farfetch'd is nearly extinct. Until we meet again. If Back to the Future happened today, Marty would travel back to 1991. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. Remember kids, when someone hangs up the phone saying they have to take care of something, and they'll call again, but then they don't call back. It's because they got bored talking to you. Unlit we meet again. Over 6 billion bacteria, including 700 different species, reside inside your mouth. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. And remember, never trust anyone who spells gonorrhea right on the first try. Until we meet again. Studies indicate that 1 island 200 men alive today are direct descendants of Genghis Khan. Numbers go as high as 1 island 12 on Mongolian territory. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Taiwan is a nation. Brandon Fraser is a good human. Until we meet again. Lot of facts are not even disturbing anymore now that this meme is hyped. Until we meet again. Better to flee heroically than to die cowardly. Until we meet again. Thick thighs save lives. Until we meet again. Imagine you have unlimited quantities of sand but you can't use it, so you import sand. Yup, that's Saudi Arabia. Skeletor will return next week with more useless facts. Remember kid, if she is looking for work in October, she probably had an OnlyFans. Until next time. I forgot what I was going to say. I'll come back when I remember. Calling herself non-binary categorizes everyone into binary or non-binary, creating a binary system which makes you binary again. Until next time. Anyone can use the Skeletor meme template, allowing him to come back more than once a week. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. In one of the episodes of He-Man, Skeletor is shown to be able to time travel, allowing him to show up whenever the hell he wants. Skeletor will come again anytime he wants with more facts. Pork butt is cut from pig shoulder, and not from the butt. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. There used to be real human remains in Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts. Russian hackers don't get arrested if they hack outside of the Russia. Skeletor will return next week with more fun facts. If the towel is smelly, you didn't wash your ass properly. Until next time. If th punishment is a fine, then it's only illegal for the lower class. Until next time. Most children have had their father ejaculate next to their body. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts.